Hi there, I'm Camila Campuzano, the Community Manager of Montessori Thrive and Nido Marketing. Welcome to the Nido Marketing YouTube channel and our Montessori Marketing series, where every week I make a video to help Montessori school leaders market their school, grow their enrollment, and find a sense of support and leadership online. This week, I'm going to be talking specifically about the importance of the user experience when building out your Montessori school website. Now, oftentimes, your school website is going to be the way that parents form that first impression of your school. So, considering the user experience is so important. It's really at the forefront of your digital marketing strategy. Now, for this video, I'm going to be using our sample website, which is nidosite.com, as a reference point. This is a model school website that we built specifically for the Montessori space. You're free to use this as a point of inspiration. So, let's go ahead and get started and tour our nidosite.com. All right, so here we are on the Nido site homepage. I want to point out a few things about our homepage and how it all appeals to the overall user experience of a prospective parent. So first and foremost, you'll notice that it's quite a simple page. You don't want to overwhelm or overstimulate the visitor with a big wall of text. Instead, we opt for a big, beautiful image, usually a high resolution image. It could be a happy child. It could be of your beautiful classroom environments, a child deep in concentration, just a very aspirational image. Here at the front and center, you can also see, a Montessori school for children ages 3 months to 15 years. This is very important to include if you want a good user experience because first and foremost, parents want to know if they're going to be able to be serviced here. If I'm a parent who has a 1-year-old, I can read that and say, oh, there's a place here for my child. They would have relevant services for me. If you don't have that and you're making a parent really dig, it ruins the user experience. Also, you'll see that our navigation bar is quite simple. We have a few points here. We don't have, 10, 20 options on the navigation bar. It's quite simple. We always like to put our school logo up here, a simple navigation bar, and the schedule a tour button on top as well, which will always remain on the upper corner of the screen. What's great about our websites is they're also easy to navigate on a smartphone, a tablet, a laptop, a computer of any sort. So it really adds to having a positive user experience. You have to really make it easy to schedule a tour. Have it as your main call to action because we know that when parents come in for a tour, this is the most effective thing when it comes to getting them to enroll and to apply to our school. So make sure your scheduled tour is front and center. You need to have those calls to action so that parents know how they can take the next step on your website. It's very easy. They'll click here and they'll be able to select a date and time that works for them. When they confirm whatever time they would like to come in for a tour, they'll receive an automated email. And that just creates a great experience. They can receive a couple of reminders. If you don't have a way to automatically schedule tours from your website, you are definitely missing out on some great opportunities. So definitely consider building this in with a great CRM, which we do have as well, specifically for Montessori schools. If you scroll down here on our homepage, you'll see our mission. This way that the visitors can really get a feel for what we're all about and see if they're well aligned to that. We have a few, points about why Montessori is so popular amongst families, why it's a great choice. It's great to add some graphics. You'll see that we really avoid big walls of text, especially on our homepage. We want to make it punchy. We want to make it, basically the highlights of Montessori. Here we have our programs broken down so that parents can see where their child would fit in and where they could find what they need. We've got some testimonials. Parents need that social proof. It adds to their overall experience. And again, another call to action for schedule a tour, a breakdown of how to apply, and a little bit of a leeway into our school blog where they can learn more about Montessori overall. So here at the very bottom of our homepage, we have a lead generator. If you don't know what a lead generator is and would like to learn a little bit more about that, we have an earlier video about lead generators that you can include on your Montessori school website. So I recommend you watch that. But basically, a lead generator is going to be a way for you to exchange valuable information for a parent's contact information, such as their email. What you could then do with that email is add it to your email list. You can send them email nurtures. You can inform them about, open houses, parenting events, etc., and just keep keep yourself top of mind for that prospective parent. So in this case, we have a Montessori or conventional, what's best for your family. It's a great document to help parents make a difficult decision in a more informed manner, and it just adds to the overall prospective parent experience on the website. So this pretty much sums up our homepage. It's very simple, no big walls of text. It's very approachable. We made sure to add a lot of beautiful imagery that really displays Montessori, which is a really beautiful educational method. We're giving the highlights here. We're not trying to overinform them. We can give them the details and answer those questions on the tour. That's going to be where we can really focus and connect with those parents one-on-one, and it's so much more valuable to do it that way. So you really want to be purposeful with the content that you're putting on your website, and you want to make sure that you are creating a great experience for that website visitor. So next, we're going to look at some of our other tabs here. So under our Montessori tab, we have a Why Montessori, which will basically answer the question of, what is Montessori and why is it good for children? Why do we believe in it? Why is it our mission? In the Montessori approach, we talk a little bit about the philosophy. So we have a page dedicated to that, followed by our frequently asked questions about the Montessori method. This is where you can take advantage of having the user's attention and basically smash any misconceptions they may have about Montessori, such as Montessori is a space where children can do whatever they want. You can talk to them about the reality of the Montessori classroom. You want to create learning experiences on your website. This adds so much to that visitor's experience overall, because they're going to be learning from your school directly. You're going to become a thought leader and an authority on the Montessori subject to them, and it helps to build trust. So create those pockets of opportunity for that parent to learn directly from you. We also have a section here for Montessori videos. This can be recordings of parent workshops, just maybe a couple of educational videos on Montessori that can help parents dive even deeper into your school community. You could also add some testimonial videos if you'd like as well. That's very beneficial. All of this creates such a positive experience for the visitor. Now let's look at program. I'll go ahead and click on infant here. This is a great tab just so that you can see kind of how we set up our program information. Again, you can see this one has a little bit more text because it's, the parent, we know that they're interested in our infant program. If they clicked on this page, they're curious. So we're informing them, but we're breaking up the text. We're making it approachable. We're still using language that somebody who may not be familiar with Montessori will understand. All of this is very important to consider. We also have here some more testimonials, some more social proof. Parents want to know that other people had success in the program. And that's it. You can see that it's short and sweet, but it answers all the big questions. And then if parents have any additional questions, they can contact you, they can schedule a tour. So, we're leading them in, but we're not giving everything away. It's important to, again, be purposeful with your content. And you'll notice that we'll do that with all of our pages. If you want to check out the Nido site, you can explore our different program sample pages. We also have an admissions tab here, which will break down how to apply. This is important because you need to be transparent about the application process. This adds to a positive user experience. If you're not really being transparent about how or what it takes to apply, a parent is going to be a little bit confused and might get frustrated. So here we've broken it down. We give them another opportunity to schedule a tour, which is a huge part of the overall application process. And again, more social proof. And that's that. Again, in admissions, we have some information to help them choose a school, some frequently asked questions, a virtual tour option if you offer that at your school. And then here you'll notice in our tuition and fees page, we actually gate this information. The reason why we do this is because this is normally where parents will go first. And if they see a number that they're not happy with, they won't even bother to look at anything else on your website. So what's important when you're gating your tuition, which we highly recommend schools do, just because we don't want price to be the factor that pushes parents away. We want them to get to know us first, to understand our mission, to see what we do and how incredible our programs are firsthand. You want to include a form so that they receive an automated email with a packet informing them the breakdown of the costs. You can support why the costs are what they are, and you can also provide them with some additional information about your programs and invite them in for a tour personally. We think that this is a great way to break the ice. It justifies the cost and it explains, this isn't just a daycare where you're going to drop your kid off and pick them up and they're just going to be playing with their peers. Here we have, trained professionals, educators who understand child development. All of the work in the classroom is purposeful and intentional for their development. So you can include that in your tuition information packet. We highly recommend that schools do this. Don't ruin the user experience by putting the tuition on your website and then that's where they go and then they leave your website. Instead, give them opportunity to, request information and dig through your website a little bit further. Also, if you have any information about financial aid, it's important to include it on your website. This might be an interest to parents. So if you have anything like this, break down how one would apply for financial aid, etc. This is important to have. In our About, we like to talk a little bit about our school. So if you have an interesting school history, you could talk about how your school was founded, a little bit about the history of Montessori. Include some information about your faculty and staff. People want to see who they would be working with, who they would be partnering with when it comes to their child. So give a little introduction. It's great to include a photo and a little fun fact about everyone. Your school calendar is something you can include on your website. So if you've got a school calendar with specific dates that you have off, it's great to include that. This is great for current parents as well, especially our parents who are busy and aren't always checking our newsletters. They know that then they could go on your school website and they could always check your calendar just to be sure. So this is another user that you would have to consider is your current parents, not just your prospective parents. Also, it's great to have a news page. This is something that you can update every time you have a newsletter, or if you have a great new blog, you can put it on your news page. Or if you've done anything great in your community, you can brag about it here. This is also great for prospective parents to come and discover how you play a role in the wider community. And then you can have a careers page here, which is going to be basically great for if you're actively recruiting or looking for talent. You can do it directly on your website. It's free to advertise roles on your website. You don't have to pay like you would on LinkedIn or any of those other job websites. So it's important to have a careers page if you're actively recruiting. We have a give page as well because a lot of Montessori schools are nonprofit. So if you're actively fundraising for your school, it can be great to make the donation process easy. So for those parents who are looking for ways to donate to your school or participate in fundraising, they can do so directly on your website. This makes it easier. Again, when you're thinking of the user experience, you're thinking, how can I make the life for the prospective parent easier? How can I keep them informed? How can I keep them in touch? And how can I provide exactly what they need from me? So ask yourself those questions, and that's how you can then create a great website. Here in our blog section, this is a great space for parent education. We really recommend and encourage schools to create blogs because there's such a great learning opportunity for families, whether they're prospective parents or current families. We recommend anywhere from one blog a week to one blog a month. Just keep it consistent, whatever you can do. If you're looking for someone to create this content for you, Nido Marketing has a content service where we create weekly blogs that are all written by a Montessori professional. So they're all really relevant to Montessori space. They talk about the benefits of Montessori learning, Montessori at home. They talk about development. So all of this is important to have on your website because then again, those parents are coming and learning directly from your website and you become a thought leader, which is great. Finally, on our contact information, we like to include a general inquiry form. This is where they can find your location, your phone number, your social, and then they can fill out this form here if they want more information from you or if they have a question. This is just important to include because, again, you want to make contacting your school easy for that prospective parent. You don't want them to jump through hoops. You want it to be very simple, easy, and effortless. We included a few simple fields here. The parent can ask a question or comment and then submit and receive an automatic response saying that, oh, you'll hear from us soon. I hope you enjoyed the tour of our Nido site and the explanation as to how we took into consideration the user experience on every single page and on every single part of our school website. It's so important to understand the needs of prospective parents and to understand how to handhold them throughout their discovery process and through the application process. This is going to be so important in the long run as well. When a parent really understands Montessori, the value there, they're encouraged to come in for a tour, they're encouraged to make the next step into committing to being a part of your community. It can be such a wonderful thing. Your website plays a huge role in your digital marketing. It is your most valuable digital marketing asset. So if you don't have a great website, it's definitely an area for growth. Like I said, you can use our Nido site as an example, a source of inspiration. Feel free to use it. We really encourage schools to invest in their websites because we want parents to have a positive experience in our Montessori schools. And oftentimes, the first impression, the first experience that they're getting is from our school website. If you have any questions about building your school website or the prospective parent experience, you can comment below or share your ideas. We love to hear what's worked for your school community as well. I'll be back next week with another Montessori marketing video.